Students, this is Mr. Lipscomb. I'm your moderator for the Math Olympiad, Division E. I wanted to go over a couple problem types that you saw on the last test, the last Math Olympiad test. I can't give the exact problems, but I made up some that are like those problems that hopefully will help you out on future tests. Because I know some of you had some questions about these problems, about what they meant, the questions were asked. So one of the problems was a work problem, and this is a problem that asked something along the lines of, if a certain amount of people can do a certain amount of something in so many minutes, how many could a different number of people do in a different number of minutes? So let's get right to that sample right now. And let's cut straight over to the magic work pad and show you how to solve this problem type.
Okay, let's break down these work problems. And the way that these work problems are always worded is you say, they look like how many things can some number of people do in so many minutes or hours or days if some other number of people can do another number of things in some other amount of time. And so a sample of this would be, if 10 monkeys can eat 120 bananas in 6 minutes, how many bananas can 25 monkeys eat in 10 minutes? And it's kind of hard to know what to multiply and divide here. And a lot of kids, when they're solving word problems, all they want to do is say, oh, well, that's a division, that's a multiplication. They start multiplying and dividing numbers, and they end up with some result, and they say that must be the answer. Well, let's see if we can understand what this question is really asking, and really intuitively understand how to do these work problems. Because once you understand that, you can do any of them. So let's look at method one, which I'm going to call kind of the intuitive solution, and then method one. And then method two will be kind of the mathy algebraic solution. And depending upon which version you like, you can stop after you hear method one and say that one works for me and don't worry about method two. Or if method one's not working for you, just fast forward the video to method two, see if that one may work for you. So let's go forward. So let's look. So we have these 10 monkeys. So if 10 monkeys can eat 120 bananas in 6 minutes. So if that's true, then how much in these 6 minutes of time does each of those monkeys eat? So let's write this down. So we're going to look at 6 minutes. We're going to start with 6 minutes, and we're going to say each monkey is eating how many bananas? Well, if there's 10 monkeys, each one's eating how many bananas? 12. So each of these monkeys is eating 12 bananas. So if each of these monkeys eats 12 bananas, I can't draw bananas, so I'm just going to write this number, 5. So now all 120, so they're all doing their even share. And that's what you're assuming, is that this is an average. It's not like one monkey's eating more and one's eating less. And all these problems, it's assumed that they eat the same amount at the same rate. So they're eating 12 bananas in 6 minutes. So I can break this down. So I'm going to forget now about all these other monkeys, and I'm only going to focus on one monkey, because I know that he, in 6 minutes, can eat 12 bananas. So one monkey eats 12 bananas in 6 minutes. So now things get a lot easier to think about, right? I don't have to worry about the whole lot of them. So now that I know one monkey eats 12 bananas in 6 minutes, so I know, well, how many, let's make that even simpler. If he can eat 12 bananas in 6 minutes, then in 1 minute, one monkey eats 2 bananas in 1 minute. Now I really have something in 1 minute. All right, this all flows nicely. 10 can eat 120 in 6 minutes, so each one's eating 12 in 6 minutes. And if a monkey can eat 12 bananas in 6 minutes, he can eat 2 bananas each minute. So the question now is, how many bananas can 25 monkeys eat in 10 minutes? Well, let's reverse the process. So if one monkey can eat 2 bananas in 1 minute, then one monkey eats 20 bananas in 10 minutes, right? And if one monkey can eat 20 bananas in 10 minutes, Then if I have 25 monkeys, they eat 20. If each one eats 20 and I have 25, then 20 times 25 is 500 bananas in 10 minutes. So the question says, how many bananas? So let's make sure that we're answering the right question. So it's 500. The answer is 500. Now notice, on the Math Olympiad, you don't have to say the answer is now 500. You don't say 500 bananas. They don't say 500. Just say 500. Don't say 500 bananas, because on the Olympiad they don't ask you to label your answers. And in fact, it's kind of weird, but that's just the way it goes. So that's 500. So now method. So if you like that answer and you like that way of thinking about it, you can stop here. Otherwise, if you want to see the mathy solution, we better come up with 500 is the answer. But the mathematical kind of algebraic way of doing this problem is if we have again 10 monkeys. This is kind of a work problem. So they work for 6 minutes. So we kind of have 60 what they call 60 monkey minutes, right? So we have if a monkey eats for a minute, that's 1 monkey minute. If 10 monkeys eat for 1 minute, that's 10 monkey minutes, right? It's 10 monkeys eating for 1 minute. Similarly, if you had 1 monkey eating for 10 minutes, that would be 10 monkey minutes. So it doesn't matter if you have 5 monkeys eating for 2 minutes or 10 eating for 1 minute. That's all 10 monkey minutes. And in this question, we have 60 monkey minutes because we have 10 monkeys eating for 60 minutes. So that's the amount of time. So we have 60 monkey minutes. And then you say, well, in those 60 monkey minutes, this is the work, and then on the bottom we're going to put time. So the amount of work is 60 monkey minutes. The amount of time is This is the amount of work, and this is the output. So if the output is 120 bananas. So this is what they do, and this is the amount of work that they put in. So now we have this ratio that's always true. So you say, well, how much work is done in the second example? So we know that our work divided by our output is always going to be 60 over 120, or a half. Doesn't matter what the second part of the question is asking. It has to equal a half. So let's see. So how many monkey minutes do we have in the second problem? Well, we have 25 times 10. We have 25 monkeys working for 10 minutes. And so that over X, this is how many bananas. So that's how many bananas they can eat. So and so we can simplify this. So 1 monkey minute is 2 bananas. Right? So this ratio here, the 60 over 120 is always the same. So 1 monkey minute is 2 bananas. We could have left it as 60 and 120. I just converted it to 1 over 2 because the math is going to be simpler. But you could have done 60 over 120, and that equals 250, which is 25 times 10, over some other number. Well, that number, if we cross multiply, 250 times 2 equals 1 times what? 500 equals 1 times what? And so that what is 500. So the answer is, again, 500, which is consistent. It would be a problem if these answers weren't the same. So if you like the right, this is kind of the algebraic way of doing it. Algebraic. if this is kind of maybe an 8th and ninth grade way of doing it, and this is kind of a 5th and 6th grade way of doing it, and we'll call that good.